What is up, everybody, and welcome into a very special episode of Champions League. Tonight, we're going to have a bit of a wager match going on between Trippin and his boys on VoiD and the guys like L1 over on Monarchs. Up for grabs tonight is a D1 competitive slot. That's right there is a pretty good reward. But we decided, let's make this thing interesting. So we threw, everybody came together. It's a $100 prize payout at the end. Just a small little friendly wager to see what we can make happen. Pretty good maps starting out tonight. We're going to have Nighthaven Labs the first. VoiD will be defense. Let me just peek the scene real quick and make sure. Alright, yep, they're good. It's going to count my siege. There it is, okay. Yeah, pretty good map tonight coming. I like Nighthaven, really good, easy one to cast, really fun to do as well. But this is going to be as much of a cast too. It's just a Yap Sesh. Let's see if there's any trash talk going on between the teams. The reason that this match is happening, Champions League has a little bit of a thing going on. A lot of teams disbanding, a lot of teams swapping around. So we're going to be starting out actually kind of like a refresh on it. And starting new, you know. Starting the week's over, as they would say. Kind of hoping everything, turns out good for it. Because I do like this league. Pretty good to be here. But only time will tell what we can make happen. Just got picked up by the guys over there in 7 days. They picked me up on one of their new casters. Like to say, thanks to those guys, giving me a chance. It's, hope to provide some good quality to y'all. To the people here watching, don't expect much to change. Just maybe like an ad read here or there. Maybe little logos hidden all around. Nothing crazy. But just enough to, show some support, show some love. Right now, just waiting on everybody else to finish getting in lobby. That way we can jump right into this. Yep. Can hold this up so we can go over it. Let's do the map bans. Alright. So starting out, Cafe and Sky both immediately pulled off the board. I don't blame either of these teams for that. Followed up by VoiD taking their chance with the clubhouse, and I believe they get the defense first on it. I'll have to go double check that, but they might. Then we had Monarchs. They chose to elect Bank, and I believe they get attack on Bank. So really good map pool so far. And then we get to the worst map. I mean the worst map in the game. Lair. Lair will be our decider tonight if we go that far. Kind of hoping we do. I love going all three maps. It's good. It usually makes a good night. However, I don't blame these teams if they just want to try and end this thing quick. VoiD's one of those teams, the longer that you're in game with them, the scarier they become. However, Monarchs has been kind of proving that they don't care what the game looks like. They're here to compete and they're here to win. Bizla know that the stream is live. Chat, we do have some new stuff in. Got a couple sponsors underway. Just partnered with Rogue Energy. Use code caster.4 on checkout for 10% off. Helps me out a little bit. Helps you get a discount because, it knocks 10 off. Got a couple more in the works behind the scenes, hoping that they pick up. But it appears everybody's in lobby for the VoiD team. We will have Epvi, Lick, Trippin, Swing, and Superset. I mean, pretty solid lineup there. But when you look over on Monarchs and you see L1, who, for an old head, for a washed guy, he's pretty good. For Caleb, you know, just he's been having a stellar like career lately. Dude's been taking off, picking up, and laying bodies out. Last I seen Caleb, I think he's in running for actual MVP of SSL right now. Diabolical hater, bro, he puts it in his name. You're gonna hate him watching him play. Sincere, another old head, been around the scene for a while, but solid player. And then Disney. I just seen this guy kind of pop up on the scene, and he's starting to take over and last. If they ever decide to start it, we'll get into this. And looks like we are underway for Nighthaven Labs. Alrighty, chat. Welcome back in. We already got the bands commencing. VoiD electing to take care of that Maverick first. Not a bad first boot off. He's really strong. But not really the hard breacher I thought we'd see go. Running up right behind that, we'll have the Blackbeard ban. That's one thing, I mean, you don't really see VoiD abuse. So, could be a bit of a wasted pick there. But, still nonetheless a good one. Following that up, we have Azami and VoiD following their last ban. The Azami ban, you know, she's really good for this map, so I'll give them that. Most maps, she's not that great. I was hoping to maybe see her get used. You know, hopefully use and abuse just a little bit. But I don't think we are. And following that, the Mira ban. I mean, honestly, yeah. She's going to be the most commonly banned operator in the game. Even I think once CJX comes. But chat, tell me what you guys think about CJX. You guys hyped? You guys excited? Because, I mean, I know I'm kind of excited. The game looks like a mobile game. Looks kind of like trash. But I want to see what they put out, you know? Ubisoft has never really done us that dirty. Alright, let's start out. We got Epi and his boys, like, tripping. All the VoiD guys over here taking the CC defense first. Extension being made to the connector. Honestly, it's the only way to hold this up here. You lose that connector control, you lose so much of this map, it's not even funny. Hopefully we see a bandit trick though, because I mean they do have tripping on bandit. Kind of surprised we don't have a Kaid out, because you know he's still on the board. But players to watch this game, I'm gonna say let's keep an eye on Swing. I got a feeling he's putting himself into that kind of entry frag role. For this attacking team, of course you always have to watch Caleb. We're gonna have to keep an eye on Diabolical Hater. But I'm wondering what Disney's gonna be playing. Because, you know, to me, I haven't seen his name around much. I think he's kind of a new gen. So, if he's bringing a lot to the table, you know, maybe this will be the impression that, you know, shows him off a little bit. Looks like they will be doing the play down below to try and push this guy off that verticality. You know, the bandit, we got bandit tricking. How about them sitting here drinking? And there's Caleb with that first pick. Just like I said, man, you gotta keep an eye on him. FB and Superset both sitting up here, though. Trying to hit these re-swings. And then Swing is taken down. Speaking of Swing, there goes Swing. Diabolical Hater getting the second pick for his boys over on Monarchs. And this team is just starting off fast and aggressive. Got control downstairs and now getting it opened up. Getting that electricity going so that way they can start pushing in. Got Superset who might be maybe trying to make that sneaky play down these CC stairs. Sounds like a random... Yeah, it probably is. I don't know who Superset is. But he's someone on their roster. Had to have been a recent addition. Let's see what we got up here outside on this wall, or terrace. Looks like Caleb and L1 gonna be trying to make that duo push together. Hopefully they can make a play as Diabolical pulls his double kill, taking FP down. We got Trippin going for the flank, taking Diabolical down, giving one for his team. Looks like it's just him and Superset left, and now Superset trying to swing that shoddy out onto L1. Not the worst play I've ever seen, however, Trippin hits one of those air jabs. Pulling him back a little bit, and then Superset looks away just as he gets swung in there on. Caleb going for the plant down default. Superset does have the advantage, though, for taking a swing onto him. And he's taken down. That advantage did not last quite as long as he thought it would. C4 misses from Trippin. Now it's a 1v4 situation. He just has to sprint back to site and sprints himself straight to Disney, who shoots his body, man. That's kind of dirty. Kind of dirty. It's supposed to be a friendly $100 wager match, but turned into what looks like some real hatred already. I don't have any subs to give away right now, guys. I'm sorry about that. I did them all the other day on stream. Kind of hoping I was going to have more, but the partnership didn't pull through quite yet. Hopefully they're going to be soon with it. Looking up here, we have this CC defense coming again. I mean, they got kind of smoked on it last time, so maybe it... excuse me. That's their sign to learn. You know, only one pick throughout all of it. Definitely not the start that they were wanting. Launching my analyst app right now, that way I can keep good stats up. All right.
Attackers are heading out.
Here we go, chat. We got the good stat boards coming. Probably won't be able to use them for this map because I believe the map does have to reset to do it. But let's look at Lick down here. Getting very, very aggressive towards these guys pushing downstairs. And he does get spotted by a drone, meaning Diabolical tries to hit that pre-fire on him. Not quite finding anything yet. However, he is now put in a good position where he can maybe get a swing off here. I don't think Diabolical really knows right where he's at. Swing picking a good shot on to Sincere. He's going to be holding that cargo down. So now it's just, you know, Lick and Swing down here trying to keep this first floor cleared out. But that gets rid of one of the hard breaches that this team wanted to abuse. Lick goes for a very, very long angle. Almost takes Caleb down, however, does get him dropped by Diabolical. Diabolical will be down here trying to play the verticality. L1 dropping Superset. Disney taken down by Swing. Good double pick for Swing on this round. Still has two guys down there with him. I mean, Caleb is pretty low. So maybe we'll see a good pick go, you know, from him or to him. But look at Swing. He's going to have this long angle onto Diabolical because I don't think they have a drone. Diabolical is not ready at all for Swing to walk up on him. He's more prepped for his flank. And now he's starting to swing, and Swing gets swung, but Swing walks away with a good swing for himself. Triple kill on the round. And again, he's still just standing up to a quad kill on the round for always Swing. One more, and that picks him up an ace. He goes for it, but no, L1 is just there to shut him down. If this VoiD team does not win this 2v1 after Mr. Swing put in a quad kill, I would be very, very upset. However, if you're rooting for Monarchs, I mean, that's just more reason to cheer. L1 coming through IT now. He is kind of split. They have an angle on both sides. FV buying himself even more time. This is going to take it down to at least like probably 20 seconds left for L1 to try and push through. They've got live pings on him. So with 20 seconds, he doesn't have much play he can make. Unless he gets the luckiest headshot ever. But even looking now, you see FV kind of dropping back. However, L1 heard him rotate. It is now preing that rotate that he has. Smoking in, L1 making so far the good plays that he has to make. Now he's crouching in, but just can't get to where he needs to be. FP rotates back, swings, takes a little bit of damage. Shots coming back and forth between all of them. The Fenrir trap just absolutely nailing him, and then there we go. Picking a round up for VoiD. Yeah, those Fenrir traps, I think, were a big key component of that win. That and the Goyos. I mean, the VoiD was just perfect for buying time as they needed. Let me see if I can minimize these stat trackers now, since they're not going to working. Swing is going crazy, dude. Swing always goes crazy. I mean, it's in the name. He always swings. He's gonna swing you. Right there, I mean, a quad feed on the round, just like it was nothing for him. Just easy. He makes the game look easy. Now let's pay attention to some FP here. He's got that Legion shotgun. The Below Tech is probably one of my favorite like shotties in the game. It doesn't deal the most damage. However, it's solid enough for as quick as it fires that you can dump the mag in a matter of seconds. And, you know, walk away with a pick, maybe two. It's just one of those things you don't want to try and swing like 2 or 3 people with, you know. Really, there's no shotgun in the game I would confidently do that with, besides a Bailiff. The Bailiff is just...
10 seconds left before insertion.
Looking up here, we're going to see Swing being that guy on the rotate in the roam. Lick hopefully going to be following around with him, and Effie actually coming upstairs. Hopefully he's doing more than just placing the camera. I want to see this man off site. Really, nobody's on site except for Trippin. And that's all you absolutely need. I mean, yeah, they're going to go for wall. If you look, you got Disney playing as the Thatcher. Caleb playing as the Ace. L1 already prepping with that glass. Yeah, it's going to be a hard wall push. Following Sincere in. This is right now, Trippin needs to call, hey guys, back off, back off, back off. You know, come back off that room. I need you down here. However, they got Effie up here playing the vertical, which is kind of what they need. I mean, maybe not that shotgun. But they have to clear this upstairs now. You know, they have no easy way in. Besides just a full bull rush from Sincere. And Sincere does have the ability where he can. Some more being opened up top as they're going to try and push Lick out. I mean, we have Superset still up here just chilling. We have Swing up top just chilling. The only one who's really kind of near imminent danger could be Trippin. And, well, I guess Lick is in a very bad spot now. He's got guys all around him. Swing going over here to try and watch this window. That takes one of the angles off of Lick. Lick just barely seeing someone to lay some shots into. And as Lick getting that first pick there on a Diabolical. L1 still downstairs with this Monty. They're kind of like, you know, playing with each other. Because no one's, you know, getting ballsy enough to swing it. Smoke's going in. L1 at least, you know, good setup there. And Sincere's going to go rush this plant down. However, let's watch L1 because L1 has some angle there. But Lick will find Caleb. L1 takes Superset down. That's the Doc off the board. L1, you know, good pick from him. However, Sincere gets dropped by Trippin. 2v4 situation with the Fuser down. They've got to swing this guy. However, let's look at Disney because all their backs are towards him. As L1 finds Effie. No one is prepared for this guy walking in behind. Disney gets one. Disney gets two. Gets dropped down by Swing. Swing now has to do everything in his power to try and clutch this. And he's going to bait this diffuser out. They're giving him live pings. L1 really can't get the angle. Taken down by Swing. Swing clutches the round up for his boys. Beautiful one to see. Truths, if you want to throw money in, send it to me. You're betting $50 on VoiD. You win, you get $60. You lose, they get the 50. I'll take those odds. I don't know how I'd do that. I don't know. Throw it into the prize pot. Sprays has 2K on VoiD. VoiD's definitely looking really strong after kind of that, I want to say like a blunder of first round. Did my instant replay really not cap? Yep, it didn't capture. Oh well. I thought I caught that on instant replay. It was just Disney walking in, getting that backstab of a century. VoiD no, still avoiding that upstairs. They're gonna come down here to this warehouse. They seem to really be enjoying this first floor, as last time they had a majority of their roam on it. Let's go, Chase. Dude, yeah, Swing just had one of the best clutches I've seen in a little while. So, you gotta give them the props where they're due.
10 seconds to go.
Nice little extension coming up here to kind of cover this IT side.
5 seconds left before insertion.
I got y'all here, chat. Let's just yap a little bit. You guys, you've been enjoying the Old Heads podcast? I don't know if any of you guys have seen it yet. I mean, I hope most of you have seen it. Pip goes, no way they threw that. Bro, they just sold that thing harder than I sell Elo and rank. Like, that was... they shouldn't have lost that, in all honesty. Monarchs should have probably taken that round. However, VoiD just has Swing on their team, and he's just such a game changer. Looking up here into Elec, we're gonna have, yeah. Sorry, I can't believe I'm stuttering. I thought Chase was gonna put the Scopus in front of the diffuser and defuse. Dude, that would have been a beautiful clip, like the clutch that needs recorded right there. But as I was saying, you know, Monarchs sold that round a little bit, but VoiD, they have Swing on their team. That man can win everything. Lick getting some good shots, Trippin picking that kill up for him. And we have Diabolical trying to rush in off his drone, being dropped by FV. And we're already looking at a 2v5 for these attackers. Doesn't seem like much panic, however, Lick is up there to swing that double kill onto L1. Now it's just Caleb left in a 1v5. I mean, he can do it. I believe in him. And we got Swing just swinging it with a pistol for his team. Nice plays from him. Instant replay is not working, chat. I'm so horribly sorry. I'm gonna take 2 seconds, see if I can figure this out. You guys will be, have it here as soon as I get this thing done. We'll be back in game. I had it working. It was working good. I used it the whole time the other day. Nope. It's just not gonna work. Alright. Nope. Alright, sorry chat. No instant replay feature tonight. I'm gonna have to figure out what I broke.
10 seconds to go.
Because I don't know what it is. Yeah, definitely broke something. Let's see where this attack is coming from. They already have Diabolical pushing up through tech. Looks like he's going to be kind of that vert clear, roam clear guy. They're going to need it. However, Swing is waiting right there on bending stairs. Diabolical's making his way right to it. I remember I hope and pray that they got some live pings on him. But I don't think they did. I think he's just making his way there, just kind of face checking the world as he goes. However, hearing that flashbang pin pull, Swing was not alerted. It's going to go really bad for him. Gets swung on by Disney. Disney finding a good pick. Disney's swinging a little early, though. You can tell they kind of wanted to 3-2-1 it, you know, do an actual prep swing, but still, it doesn't matter as they picked it up. If you look at Superset, though, he's over in the cafeteria hallway. That little downstairs elbow. And Disney's going to walk right by him without even paying attention. Superset getting his first kill of the game there, at least. Putting himself up by 1. And he goes for that swing there on the Sincere. Sincere is ready for him. But both these guys walk away without a pick either direction. FV almost finding that pick there onto Caleb. However, Superset getting another kill onto Hater. Lays no damage on Sincere. I thought he would have picked him just a little bit. The battle between these two, I think, is going to be hilarious up here. L4? Yeah. Bro, apparently I can break something without even having to use it. If we look though, L1's the one who's kind of pushing Superset. Swinging up on him as he throws his flashbangs. That Superset getting a triple kill on the round. Still has Sincere next to him. Trippin finding Caleb. Let's just see Superset go for a beautiful swing. I mean, that's, you know, what you need from him right there. Nope. Dude, I don't know who Superset is, but he just came in perfect that round. I'd look up and see how I managed to break this.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Going now down here for another basement one. VoiD currently up 3 rounds over these guys. I mean, I was hoping to see, you know, it is a wager match. There's $100 on the line. I was hoping to see the teams keep it a little bit closer than that. You know, battle it out a little bit harder. But so far, it is pretty solid. I think I know what's happening. My Streamlabs is glitching, guys. My replay buffer is like constantly stuck buffering, so it's not going. Is Monarchs bad? Dude, Monarchs is not horrible. They're actually doing really good right now in leagues. They're up 2-0, I believe, in SSL. Just doing stellar. Lick goes for a very, very ballsy swing there. Does not walk away with a pick, though. Where does he swing come out here for the same pick? Gets one. Gets dropped by Disney, though. Disney up to his double kill. Laying 2 defender bodies right on top of one another. And he might as well take their cams, you know, while he's at it. L1 now rushing through. There is nobody else upstairs. However, they are all, like, first floor. Besides, well, yeah, Trippin, who just dropped back down. But you see that they really don't want to have to defend, you know, the actual basement. They want to hold above it. They don't want that verticality coming down to bite them. Not that there's really much vert that can be made. I mean, there's really none. However, Disney trying to take that weird long angle. I don't like fighting this. Trippin is the one down there shooting, putting shots up. Let's hope they're able to try and keep control of this upstairs. FB coming up these cargo stairs. He's got him right next to him. A bunch of dudes. And then we look at Superset over here. There's one guy in that kind of CC stairs. That's L1. Phone call comes out from Disney. Disney gets dropped, though, by Effie with that shotgun in hand. Dude, that thing, like I said, is just such a menace. L1 in a position to eat a couple rounds there from Effie. Here becomes Superset going for that long shot. Caleb getting dropped. Superset laying some damage. Drops L1. Now it's Sincere left in a 1v3 situation. 2 shotguns at point blank range close to him, though. Not a good spot to be standing if you're a Sincere guy. However, he does find that pick onto Effie. Superset getting kind of aggressive running up. They need to hit the C4 below from Trippin. You know, take some of the pressure off Superset because we have Sincere who can be a certified gunner at times. Trying to rush him down. Everybody now chilling down in basement. And Sincere has to make a play. 40 seconds left. I got a feeling it might be a hatch drop and a rush in. So yeah, he can tell that there's nothing there waiting on him. It's going to be a hatch drop. Nobody really in position to battle him coming down here either. Which is honestly a really good thing. But the C4 from Trippin from a long angle, you know, he long-armed that thing. To land perfectly on his feet. Good play from Trippin there, putting themselves up 4 rounds. We now move through the split into Monarchs defense. I mean, seeing both these teams play against each other, definitely a fan of it myself. If only I could figure out why my replay buffer is not working.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Yeah, I have all that set. Huh. Thanks, Pancake. I might be the GOAT. I just don't, you know, I'm humble. I don't care. Don't gotta call me that. That ain't me. I'm just into being here and doing this for the community, doing it for y'all. Because y'all are the reason I'm here. Check the output, maybe, replay. No. He's not gonna... Alright. Yep, it's broke. Sorry, chat. We can't get fancy on it this time. Can someone here do me a favor? Go see how VoiD's doing in the roller rifle or roller Sunday. They now have live pings right under where Disney went. Lick making a smart play of, hey, he's right here. Hoping to see maybe Lick be the one to aggress him and push in. Instead, they let Disney actually just rotate off the hallway. Trippin eats a touch of damage there, not enough to make it matter, and gets the wall open anyway. Screw your electricity. Good play from Trippin. That's main wall open. Him and Effie, you know, great duo setup there to get that done. Sincere trying to put some shots out. We have Swing taking through storage, and there's nobody in the building yet besides Swing. And I don't know if I'd even count that as in, because, you know, he's only got a foot in the door. However, Disney is right behind him in storage. They are standing with each other. Great pick there coming from Swing, as, you know, him and Disney both just look confused about where the other guy was. Our L1 gets a nice refrag for his boys. We have Trippin rushing through IT, nailing L1 a little bit, but not enough to drop him down. Then Lick hitting his Finka boost, and they're going to charge straight in. Frag grenade coming up for L1, does not hit him. However, you know, Trippin drops himself back out of that connector that he had. IT connector, sorry. But to give up the IT control just really isn't, you know, something I'm quite fond of. You had the control. You had the ability to take space. Grenade coming in onto L1 does not find him, though. Dude, L1 just needs to play this drone hole. Looking over here, electrical. He looks like he's got a battle coming from Trippin and Effie, and then Superset's also there. But look how Trippin is opening this floor up here. Stupid play, right? Until you think about it. No. He makes it so he can pop that and then maybe crawl through. I think he was hoping it would open more of the wall up, but it did not. They're just trying to do what they can to stop it so it's not a walkable or a jumpable rotate. Let's see how's Lick doing up here. Trippin finds a kill there onto Caleb. They have Sincere walking up onto IT. Trippin getting dropped, taken down. Lick has got to be somewhere to hit a refrag for his boy, and it just doesn't look like he was there. Goes for a really weird swing deep into connect or into CC, but doesn't actually find anybody. Superset goes in, takes server control, starts planning. Diabolical gets dropped. We're gonna see Sincere chilling down here in hallway. Nice C4 picking one up. Now Effie has got to go get the diffuser and plan it for his boys. Sincere coming up the stairs. He's up here now. He's got 6 seconds to go over there and maybe find him as Effie gets diffuser planted now. 40 seconds left on the clock. The 6-man has spawned in for the attackers, guys. You know, he betrayed his defender friends. He was almost the, you know, clutch of that round, though. Effie holding and watching. Here comes the swing from Sincere. Two really good players, but looks like Sincere will pick the triple kill, dropping Effie down, giving Monarchs their second round this game. Trying to claw ever closer to this victory. Right about now, so I'd hit this button right here on my computer and be like, oh, hey, look, a replay. But it broke. Why? Well, because Streamlabs is garbage. Alright. Moving in here to round 8.
Attackers need to locate
So far, VoiD has played a very, very domineering performance. That's not to say that Monarchs can't crawl back out of this. Now that they can take the comfort spot and be on the defense, you know, because everybody's comfort is defense. You don't have to try and make entry. You know, your intel is the fact that you know they're not in there. And you can pretty much, you know, that's the right word for this. Inference where everybody's at, you know, based off of, okay, they're not in the building now. There's only like 6 or 7 different ways in. So you can kind of to get through and to be able to say, hey,
5 seconds left before
you know, here's entry point, here's entry point, here's entry point. Statistically speaking, they're more likely to try and pull up through here. So you set that up, prep that, and you know what's gonna, you know, where they're gonna come from. It makes it a whole lot easier. Being an attacker, it's kind of a guessing game the whole time. You just gotta hope and pray someone's not doing a weird hold and standing right where you're about to come through. Looking up, we're gonna see Disney up here on the roam. He does get droned out though of IT, which really hurts him, as he tried to sit down in a default spot. So I'm glad he decided to move out of there. Like I said, I think he's a new kid on the block. I'm not sure if I know him that much. However, we see Lick getting that early frag onto him. I believe it's just a wall bang off of a drone. They still have the second floor hold, but they've got always swing running deep, taking as much space as he can with his body.
attackers have located a bomb.
That's a player like Swing is great for. Going in there, just taking that map control. You know, he's not quite an old head, but every team he's ever been on has been old heads. And just, again, one of the, you know, better players of this, you know, his generation to coming in. Live ping hitting onto Diabolical there. They should try and double swing him just a little bit. It looks like they will, but Trippin will actually be taken down by Diabolical. His SMG, that T5, is just honestly one of the greatest in the game. Trippin finished off by Sincere. Sincere taken by Swing. You can tell Diabolical really doesn't want to swing this here. And let me see if I can find... Someone was in behind Diabolical at first. But he does get the rotate off. Swing not with live pings. Basically, you might as well have wall hacks. Lick picking a kill on there to L1. Swing getting his double kill up. It's not down to Caleb in a 1v4 situation. He has to do something. Thanks for the follow, Magoo. Means a lot to me. Humbug's the best team for real, for real. Humbug's is a team. That's for certain. They're in the comp community, guys. Epi coming down these exo stairs. He's going to be the first one to get a fight with Caleb, and he gets thrown onto his back by that slug shotgun. Dude, there is no better gun in this game at times than this slug. The way it ragdolls whenever it impacts is just, like, the best thing ever. But he just cannot get the angle there onto Swing, as Swing hits the nice little quick peek back onto him. Like, those little pixel angles, man, those things are hard to beat. And Swing is just great at playing them. Alright, currently it's 6-2. This could end map 1 right here, putting VoiD up by 1. Now we're ever so close going into it. So let's see what they can do. I know that they're trying to make a statement against Monarchs, not against Monarchs, but they're trying to, you know, come out and say, hey, we're still the old dogs. We still know all the old tricks.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
It's kind of a statement game for both these teams, though. Because, again, $100 on the line, a D1 spot on the line. I don't know what's worth more at this point. Making that D1 spot and, you know, being able to say, hey, we did it. You know, mama, we made it. Or the $100. So that's $20 a guy. Well, minus my fees. So that's like $2 a guy because I'm keeping all of it. You know, $90 middleman and caster fee. Sounds about right.
10 seconds to insertion.
But both these teams, pretty aggressive.
5 seconds to insertion.
They've been doing good. There's just these slight little nuances of, you know, Caleb is usually one of the top fraggers that I've noticed. He's currently 2-7. Diabolical, he's usually a top fragger. He's 5 and 8. Sincere, he's very, very solid at this game. He's 4 and 6. L1, 6 and 7. Like, these guys are all guys who do great, and they're just not locked in for this match. Looking at the VoiD side of things, the stat line's what you always see. Yeah, tripping down towards the bottom, but he's still at 6 and 4 right now. He's the hard support for a reason. Looks like it's going to be a hard basement rush coming through here. Caleb could get a nice triple pick with that C4. As long as he decides to whip the C4 first. Rush coming in from Lick, taken down by refrag by Caleb. Good one from Swing. And like I said, they're pushing deep. Flash is going everywhere. Swing shooting his own thing just to stop from pinning his team. Taken down by Sincere though. Tripping hitting Diabolical. 3v3 almost immediately. What's a humbug? They're a competitive team. They're definitely a team. Sincere has that power position up above. It's going to be almost impossible for either of these guys to make a good play on him. Making the smart play now, rotating out. Nah, where's Team Lamau? Thought we were cool. Yeah, we're cool, Zanny. You're on humbugs. Hating on you? Nah, no, not hating on you. Hating on, you know, humbugs. Sincere taking this first engagement, getting a nice pick on his superset, cleaning the kill up. Effie now left into a 1v2, has to make something happen here if he wants to take this round home. You know, you want this first map win, you gotta light him up. What is up, Trello? Welcome in, my man. Effie's still having these live pings on him, though. Finally choosing to get rid of that camera. And if you look at Sincere, he's such a rat. Laying here, they still have live pings on him. And Effie just dips. He goes, screw you, I got the fuser. He needs to move, though, because right where he's standing at is where Sincere has been playing this vertical. L1 coming down these stairs now, trying to get aggressive. And again, Effie has to do something, not Epip. That's not Epiphany, that's Effie. They're two very different people. What's that mean? Bro, y'all are humbugs. That's it. That's all you're getting. Y'all are a team in the competitive environment. Everyone praying on my down. No, not your downfall. L1 just keeps trying to play his noise here. If you know what I mean by play his noise. He wants them to know he's around. With 15 seconds left, though, he's got to do something. And Sincere will be rotating back because, you know, the defuse call had to have been made. Coming out for this little bit of verticality to where they can find him. Not seeing nothing. We're going to have L1 coming down the cargo stairs. Back into the action now. These teams got to pull a play. And Effie finding that pick there onto Sincere. Takes another one onto L1. Dropping them both for his team to take this map 1 victory. That is VoiD up now. Dude, that Effie just, you know, pulled it out of the bag there for his team. You know, when it mattered, put him on his back and walked him to victory. That's like that ever famous scene, you know, the end of the movie, the heroes come walking out together. That Effie just pulled VoiD through for that map 1 win. And we prep in for map 2. Map 2 is what? Chalet, I believe. Let me go check the match chat, see if we're going to do any sort of swap in or walk in or what's going on. Or if we're just running away with it as it is. Good map. So far, everybody is not being toxic. They're just saying good maps. Come on, where's the map counter? That way I can make sure that it is Chalet next. And we're going to have L1 and his boys taking 5. So while they're taking 5, let me load up Discord so I can go through some of these recent map scores for other games. Like I said, be writing in the coming weeks, guys. I know y'all, you Champions League fans, you're gonna also probably be SSL fans. So be ready for a full production rework for SSL. That's right. I'm coming in. I'm handling things. It's gonna be done right. Speaking of slight reworks, I signed a contract finally, guys. I'm official, good paid caster. I'm in here with 7 days. That's, I mean, pretty decent thing. Doing good with them. Gonna be doing a lot more streams with their teams, a lot more streams with their logos. Hopefully, a lot more PC streams. Holy throw. Holy swing is a baiter. Dude, his name is Swing because he always swings. I don't know why y'all are calling him a baiter. You know, those are fighting words. Just trying to scroll through. Where's SSL? There it is. Sorry, guys. My Discord's a wreck. I can't find the leagues anymore. But let's go to D1 scores. All right. Armani, 7-3 voltage. Redemption, 8-6-6-1-9. That's actually a pretty good matchup there. 907 win via forfeit versus Borroway. Isn't that Borroway like halfway disbanding in the middle of it? I know they made Synergy disband, I believe. Really, last week were not great matches. A lot of one-sided victories. Like Sin, 7-1-ing Humbugs. Yeah, that's right. You guys suck, Humbugs. I'm only saying that because I know y'all are in the stream. Euphoria, 7-5-ing Fatality. 5-2 beating Wolves 7-4. Monarchs, 7-2-ing Synergy. Oh no, that was, I think, the game that made them crash out and leave. It was Monarchs that made Synergy go for the disband. I think. Obey, 7-3-ing VoiD. Yeah, next map will be Chalet. Let's go to the map bans. Yeah, I don't have the right map bans up there because I'm retarded. Ignore my stupidity. But yeah, it should be Chalet. As I was saying, Obey, 7-3-ing VoiD. Not, as bad as I thought. Because if you look at the kills, VoiD had a lot of kills on their board. They just weren't closing rounds out. And then the CC versus Dynasty game has to hurt. I don't know this Dynasty team. I thought they were supposed to be, what's it called? Gote, but they just, to be 7-2'd by CC has got to be a blow to the feelings. Looking over here, we have the biggest up-and-coming D1 team right now. It's Alchemist. They took Squared & Co., the Senate guys, to a 7-2. Good scoreline for there. Chat, the reason I'm reading SSL scores is because Champions League reset. Hopefully, I believe the vote was made. They're going to be coming back whenever we move into CJX. Right now, just solving and sorting things out. But yeah, when CJX rolls around. All right, we're going back into this map now, chat. Let's see. It is Chalet. Here we go. And we are back, chat. As stated, log in. Map 2 is going to be Chalet. Probably one of the sickest maps around because of the speed in which it can be played. Hawk, I'm not going to answer that one, bud. Welcome into the stream, Hawk. The Blitz Jackal band, pretty much what we expected. Cookie Cutter was coming. You can kind of tell that Monarchs, after what Swing did to them on Jackal last round, they're not going to let him have it. The Zombie band, that one's going to definitely keep staying off the board. I'm going to take 2 seconds while we wait for these guys. It sucks. My headset cable is just barely short enough I can't make it to the fridge where I keep my water at. And then the Frostband. I really don't understand a Frostband, guys. She's only a trap operator. She's kind of not mid, but definitely not, you know, top of the line. Water. They're all right, better than Gingers.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Oh, we Swing had to take a PP Blake. Oh, he's back now, though. Alright, VoiD's starting their defense on the upstairs here. Did they really somehow get defense, what, both maps? Huh. I mean, there's a lot of luck that would go into that. Kind of respect it. You know, defense on both maps, definitely going to be a game changer. Pretty good setup coming so far.
5 seconds to go.
Got a couple guys pulling off site.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
Hoping to see, you know, Trippin maybe be aggressive down here in this basement. And it looks like he will be. Diabolical eating some damage there first, however, Trippin is almost dropped down to nothing. Superset cannot throw his life here because Trippin needs the HP. If you look over, you look at Lick, he's sitting in this car garage, you know, grenade prepped in hand. He's going to hit a run out as soon as they get that call on solar windows. They have a feeling it's coming soon. Drone's still going in there. But nobody up to solar yet. L1 takes through that library side. And Superset goes for that run out. However, Caleb is just better. How is better than Gingers is a crazy take. That's nothing against Wraith, ethnicity, or anything like that. For some reason, the moderators held his chat. I don't think I got any mods in chat right now either to help me out, so let me just go accept that. Bit more passive attack coming here. It sucks to lose that Doc that early on. And here comes Swing. As stated, he will always swing. Trying to pull a shotgun. For this, you called him a baiter earlier. Look what he just did to Diablo. Pushing a window with a shotgun is a bit of a stupid thing. Effie taking a bit of a long engagement there with L1. We got Caleb who's coming up this office balcony. Effie is the guy who's sitting close. L1 taken down by Lick. Lick hitting that rotate up. Coming up now, he has top mez control. That means Caleb could be pretty much trapped in depending how they decide to play this. And right now, they're really not playing it in a way that will trap him. Disney coming through this west main, going down below. Caleb finding a good pick there on Effie. The only one really making a play to sight here. For some reason, Disney is still just chilling in basement. Bro, you're at the wrong bomb site. Sincere, I mean, you have some reason, you know, the support that you're playing, you're sitting at least close to objective. Finally, Disney making his play towards trying to get inside this map. Lick chilling in the library. We got Trippin over in master bedroom. And Swing just being ever so aggressive out on this window. Going for the jump out. Sincere was waiting. Sincere dropped by Lick up to a triple kill for this man. Hits him with a quad feed. Picks it up for his team. Change. Yes, I know what happens if you change the letters of Ginger around. I'm a good kid, said Hawk. Okay. I've been in voice chats with you. Sure, buddy. Ooh, that burp hurt. Hawk, I will give you... Okay. I will give you mod if you go buy merch right now. Over $45 and you'll have some merch.
Bombs from being defused by attackers.
Basement defense coming in. Caleb is placed so sad. Look at his little drone sitting there. Runs into the Goya and then just doesn't know what to do.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left before insertion.
Okay, so, Zanny, the reason it pops up flawless round is because I'm playing as a spectator. So it always counts as me winning, and with nobody on my team dying, I get the flawless round pop up. Disney finding a good pick won't always swing. Oh, see, that's what the one tab I'm looking at deals with. Since they're already taking deep, they got a lot of site control for upstairs. Nobody's holding it now. I mean, I think swing was supposed to, but once he was dropped, there's just no one there now. Rotating down. They do have, let me see, that is super set now. Very much in a bad spot here. Lick eating a ton of damage. L1 managing to stay up. Got this plus main control. This is going to be a nice pinch down intake. Tripping, going for the aggressive swings. I spilled water on myself. Ooh, that's cold. But super set will find that kill on a Caleb. He's trying to hold this car garage down. Because really, this Monty cannot progress with Superset still back here. FB finding a nice shotgun kill there onto Disney. Diabolical coming through. He's trying to take a swing there on a Trippin. Trippin needs to call that out so FB comes over to help him. Because really, he can't expect anything from Superset right now. Superset is just trying to stay alive. He's going to be pinched in. He's got the Monty coming at him. However, Trippin is able to assist him picking up that kill. L1 now coming in this back car garage. Him and Superset going to take a swing battle here, and Super will take him down. Now it's just Diabolical left in a 1v3. However, everybody is very low. Trippin gets dropped as he goes for that little aggressive swing. Seeing that red light coming out from Epfi. Sets Epfi up for a good swing. And he's trying to take Superset down. However, when he looks at Super, Epfi hits him with a nice couple of back shots. Yeah, now that we're 2 rounds in, let me pull up some of the stats. We'll go to match stats. Disney and Caleb both winning the entry pick battle at 1-0. No one else has been picking any yet, and then Superset and Swing were the 2 to receive them. Right now, Trippin has the highest survivability in the game. Because he hasn't died yet. Or, no. Yeah. He's only died 1 round. Why does it say he's got the highest survivability? His survivability is the same. He has 1 dead. Yeah. I don't know. The statistics are really weird. Okay, now updates for everyone else. Yeah. Trippin and Effie and Lick both have the highest survivabilities in the game. Meaning you gotta keep those 3 alive if you want to win rounds. That's not what that means yet. We're only 2 rounds in, chat. Statistics don't really matter until we're like 6, 7 rounds deep. And it's a split battle. Right now, with it being 2 defensive wins, the stats aren't going to tell us anything. However, let's look at these guys as seasonal. Definitely a lot of Ashmains on the board. What do you expect out of competitive kids? That's why everybody loves to play. Right now, L1 with the lowest seasonal KD I've seen with a .38. in a 25% win-loss. And that's out of 4 games. Diabolical has only 3 seasonal matches played. We had L1, or not L1, Lick, sorry, trying to hit some shots there. I believe that is L1 outside his window. Not finding anything yet. However, well, Diabolical getting a good pick there on a Mr. Swing. Getting a nice opening one for him. Diabolical picking another kill. Disney finding Trippin'. And this attack getting very, very aggressive, pushing in there. I believe that was a shotgun hit, nailing Sincere, but not enough to kill him yet. Disney finding another kill there on the Lick as he gets rid of his shield. Now it's on to Ephi left alive, and it's a flawless attacker round. Finally, the flawless round pop-up actually was right. Alright, pull the stats for this match back up as we go into round 4. Oh, man.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
I got a headache. Let's just chat. How y'all been feeling? W Malik plays. I don't know who Malik is. I'm assuming that's either Superset or Lick. Probably Lick. Lick sounds right for Malik.
5 seconds to go. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
We're gonna see Mr. Swing down here. Lick getting first pick drop. That one had to hurt. I believe that was Caleb picking him up. At least it sounded like an AK. To lose one of your more, frag heavy players this early on has got to be a nice stuttering point for this round. Superset trying to get aggressive coming here through kitchen because they want to do this kind of 2-floor hold. Don't get me wrong, a 2-floor hold is the way to do everything in Siege. However, it just has not been working for them. Diabolical is fried down by Trippin though with a good entry pick for Trip. Keeping that guy out of there. I guess it's a counter entry, not an entry. Well, let's see what Trippin's at. Now, Trippin going for the swing here on piano. This man is just playing a little different today. He's getting aggressive, and I like it. It's one thing, Trippin, he's always really, really passive as he plays, because it kind of is more to that support role. But I'm surprised we don't see a C4 getting gripped and ripped right here onto this guy at window. We do have Disney coming up through the library, and then Malik, or Envy Caleb, chilling on office balcony. The jump out from Superset, not actually finding anybody because there's no one there for the repel. However, that lets these attackers know, hey, one guy's off site. That frees it up just a little bit for him. Ephi getting just a quick little one tap out on the Disney. Nice one shot. One of those old air jabs getting hit. I believe that was probably Swing. Making his way through kitchen now. I think he's probably going to be trying to rotate himself back into sight. That's where he's, most desperately needed. The attackers have got to pull something out. Superset trying to take this gunfight against Sincere. Sincere has not a lot of HP to work with. The Superset is still full, but only the SMG in hand. Now, don't get me wrong. Those SMGs can be really, really good. At the same time, they're, no AR. Superset finding a good pick there on a Sincere as he rotates out. Swing finding Caleb as Caleb drops down on the rotate. This roamer duo so far of Swing and Superset has been really great for VoiD. Definitely one of the things trying to keep them alive and, in play here. Hey, chat, someone go check in on VoiD. What's their score? I can't pull up on my phone. My phone's dead. Right now, someone go. If I don't see the viewer count drop by 1, I'm gonna be very upset. I need to know. Only one of you guys go, so you guys can delegate who you're sending in chat. Coming out of here now, we have this Bar Games defensive hold coming. And let's see. Upstairs is being prepped. Downstairs, not quite the prep work that a lot has to go in down here. There's some stuff around site. But for the most part, this up here is what matters. Reinforcing all these walls. Excuse me. Giving yourself some roaming rotations. And then, if you look over there, you're going to see Superset probably setting up some traps. Because he wants to trap up that side of the map. Why do you trap the opposite side? Well, because you want to deal that little bit of extra damage and soften them up before they get to you. Now, with it being a Legion, yeah, maybe closer to site is what matters. Because you want to put them in a spot where, you know, they're more than just a trap. They're an intel giver. But Caleb eating a ton of damage here off rip. Dropped down to about an 8th HP. Because it ain't quite a quarter. We got 2 jumping in up top. Superset is taken down by Disney with a nice pick for him. However, always swing there for that refrag, taking Disney down. I want to know who this Disney kid is, because don't get me wrong, he is a decent entry. Could he be a little bit better? Yeah, of course. He could, you know, get more than a kill with his body, but he is doing really good. Swing taken down by Caleb. That's the Caleb we're used to seeing, the one who can drop swing just like that. 5 and 3 on his KD. Bit. I want to say Disney's newer to the scene. L1 fried down by Trippin. Trippin playing the Striker, or not Striker, the Sentry. You don't see Sentry played very much. However, a map like this is really good because you can place that shield and then usually, he doesn't have his barbed wire there. You can shield and barbed wire yourself, giving yourself all the intel that you're going to need to hold. We got Sincere just trying to make noise so Diabolical can walk up. Caleb gonna be trying to push in here through this back. They do have 2 cameras staring right at him. Yeah, I guess worry about one of them, not both. Caleb taken down by Effie with another nice pick for this man. He's holding down this top mez area with his life. Finally, Diabolical jump or Sincere jumping in. And he's just coming off the rappel onto the library side. And Sincere being swung on. Diabolical coming out here to try and get this swing here onto Effie. And really, they're not having any luck trying to break through this defense. As I believe that is Trippin and F both have each other positioned so well that trying to swing either one out is going to be an issue. And Trippin goes on that swing, taking Sincere down. I believe we've seen Effie go on the swing, taking the other guy out. Like I said, the way this team plays off of each other, especially in these key situations like where they were just standing to try and lock down that upstairs, is great. I can't empty. Not to throw these in a bag and take them with me to work. Get that scrap weight out of them. Alright, let's look down here and see. In a very, very weird turn of events, okay? VoiD is absolutely being demolished on the entry pick battle. I don't mean that as a haha joke. I mean that as in, like, if I can take 2 seconds, I can, actually pull it up. Yeah. The guys over here on Monarchs are up 5 on entry picks. They're just demolishing VoiD in that you know, stat line. But
10 seconds remaining.
VoiD are still just pulling these rounds out in the end.
5 seconds to go. Attackers are moving.
VoiD does have a really good refrag game going. Out of 3 of their deaths, they've had refrags off them. Always swing, trying to get aggressive when I spawn peek here. Disney laying him out though. Usually those plays from swing kind of work in his favor, but I think he just waited too long to go for it. Yeah, we had his head there. He just wasn't actually swinging this window quite early enough. Lick gonna be the guy on roam this time. And They are having a vertical holding defense. So that is the only way to keep control of this map. Disney kind of rushed himself in through the library, getting live pings right on the mute. They have the head holes there. I think being spotted by camera. We got Ram running in, top Mez, taking space. Wall now being open. It's gonna be a very, very hard pushover for this team. Lick being slow coming up library stairs. Heard that drone, and if we look up here, it was just enough to actually get him to back off. Disney standing at the top of these stairs. He's not, not worried about Lick. Lick needs to make his play coming up. I don't think he will. That drone definitely put the fear into him to make him not want to play and swing this. Gonna instead go for the swing onto Caleb, taking down that heart breacher outside. Nice opening pick for him. Trippin does get fragged down though off of a very, very weird long angle from, I believe, Disney. Diabolical finding Effie. Now it's down to Lick, and Lick gets dropped by, I don't know who dropped him. All we've seen was Disney picking up his kill. The scoreboard's starting to glitch out. – 4-2 is the current split in favor of VoiD. Remember, chat, it all rides on the line for this one. There's a D1 spot available, in the next season of Champions League. There's $100 on the line from the teams, and then we sponsored a little bit of it because it was our teams. So $100 on the line. Winner takes it and walks away. Maybe some upcoming events we can talk about. June 28th, that's a Saturday. I want y'all to keep your eyes out. We will be streaming it. It's going to be the OOG Org Cup. All the teams within our orgs will be facing off 1v1 for a prize pool at the end. Not 1v1s, but, team v team. To see who reigns supreme, who's, got to sharpen their skills a little bit, hone them up. I'm hoping for some upsets. I want to see what can happen. I want to see these teams pull out and win. Main reason we're doing it, just because we finally have enough teams to where we can make it a fun, competitive environment with them. We're not, all trying to measure our team's values and who should be getting what. No, we're literally just doing it to have fun with the teams, give them a nice, in-home tournament against their brothers, have some fun, see where it goes. The defense here, we'll be starting off with this middle floor. The vertical extension is up there, though. Yeah, kitchen hold, excuse me, not bad. Lick getting rid of one of those mirrors. What are you trying to send me, Verizon? Don't care. Delete that. And Lick playing his windows. These guys have got to make some sort of push in. We have Superset playing immediately aggressive, taking through Mez. He's supposed to be their flank watch. Hopefully he's able to get this cleared enough for Swing to get in there. But he takes the swing from Caleb, drops Caleb down, takes that ground control. We do have Lick eating a lot of damage rotating off, but Swing, he has that forefront and presence. He's in. There is a mirror there that he's got to battle and contest with. And it looks like Disney was the one to rotate off of it. Trippin finding one, Disney finding Swing, kind of trading lives out a little bit. Now Disney coming back to this Miro. That opening pick absolutely mattered for him there. It was a great one. The Sincere still playing below. Could get a really good pick or two with that C4, and I think that's what he's plotting. If you look, Disney is just going to keep holding this Miro with his life. Lick taken down by Disney with that up to a double kill now. FP trying to make the smart play, and Flores drove that Miro off. But I don't think it's going to work out quite the way he thinks it is. L1 moving up to assist up in Solar. Trippin taking a long shot from Mez. They've got to make some sort of maybe rotate play or do something here. It looks like that's exactly what we're going to see as Disney takes that triple kill. Taking FP down. L1 swings. Gets a nice flick over on Trippin. And now it's just Superset downstairs about to actually take the objective, and he does have diffuser. So unless they're playing, you know, the vertical angles on him, which I believe they should be, yeah, L1 is. Up comes a C4 from Sincere, does not find Super set with it. We're going to see Super make some sort of playthrough. 15 seconds left, not a lot of time. He runs in, takes that opening engagement against Sincere. Sincere just lets that bullet hose dump. And lets the baby shotgun hit, but doesn't ping him. And Disney will take him down for, what was that, a 4K? Or is that an ace from Disney? I don't believe, no, it wasn't an ace because it would pop up on screen. But a 4K from Disney that round to keep his team competitive in this tournament. 4-3 now. Slowly, Monarchs is making their crawl back into this. Like I said, maybe all they needed to do was just get onto that defensive side. Because defense is a game changer for this game. And with the Clash rework coming, I think defense is about to get even stronger.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Attackers have located a bomb.
Think of the magnet as your lucky charm.
Chat, my phone is about to die. I'm down to 2% HP left. Let's hope it survives long enough to get this stream done.
10 seconds left.
Let's see, am I able to get my replay buffer working yet? No. No, I'm not. Well, chat, not much we can do about that. Sorry about that. I was hoping that we could run a replay buffer. I really enjoy having that feature on stream because there are some good plays that you can just clip them, you know, real fast, make things happen, make it look cool, and it definitely gives it that more professional feeling. Excuse me. I did, however, just finish getting the map set up in there. A nice touch. Really a big shout out to Cardi for, you know, doing the map run throughs for me. And some other small things that I was not able to incorporate tonight because of how fast I had to get the stream on the roll. But all the overlays you see here are made by Cardi. I, of course, you know, I put the names in, I put the team names in, I put the logos in. But the maps, the actual design of the thing, that is all Cardi's work, and he is taking commission. Sincere finding a good pick there on a Trippin. Pulling that pistol and maybe just trying to hit a heady. Lick getting a very good shot down to Disney, dropping down one of the better fraggers on this Monarchs team, taking Sincere down. Nice double pick from Lick. Loses a lot of HP though, almost, you know, evens out, taking 2 lives.
Drop the diffuser.
NV Caleb comes up, takes double kill there, taking 2 of them out. Lick drops. Superset is taken down. I believe that is Diabolical finding that down on him. It's FV left in a 1v, and Diabolical will find him, evening this match up to a 4-4 split. This game is absolutely bugging. Just want to take a moment, guys. Give a big shout out. Thank all you guys who showed up. All y'all who are coming out to support. It means a lot.
Attackers need to
You know,
locate
I'm here for the community. I'm here for y'all. So to look over, I know, you know, as casters, we tend to like, hey, don't look at your chat. Because there's a lot of people who change the way that they stream based on how many people are watching. So keep it real. Just stream how you need to do it. Whether you're casting for 1 person, you're casting for 20, you're casting for 50, keep the same energy, momentum, and hype going, no matter the amount of people in there. But for me to look over and see almost 20 of you guys in here, there's 18 right now. I seen it fluctuate up to like 30 earlier. But to look over and see how many people are just coming out on a random Sunday night, you know, 10 o'clock at night to watch two teams battle it out for console, just a D1 spot. It means a lot to me, y'all. It makes me feel happy. Makes it feel like, you know, we're getting somewhere with this, you know, both the scene as a whole, because the only way we can grow the scene is if people come out and keep watching, you know. You get enough views in, it bumps you up the Twitch ladder. You bump up the Twitch ladder high enough, you start bringing in people who aren't part of the community yet, who want to get into it because they see how cool it is. And from there, it's just exponential growth. That's what we're trying to hit. That's what we're striving to achieve, is that exponential growth. As Disney finds another opening pick onto Lick. Either Lick is having a very, you know, he's got a 7-7 day. He's having a very bad day to be playing against Disney. And Disney is just taking his lunch money every chance he gets. He's up to 11-5 now. That kind of makes up for Sincere, but Disney's just having a stellar night. Going for another swing because 11 kills just isn't enough, bro. He wants to take out the whole Adams family. However, the vertical play from below, that is swing hitting him with that 44 Vendetta, or 45 Vendetta. Lock in VoiD from Canadian. Yeah, VoiD definitely has to level it up just a little bit. Bring some more of that mental back. He is giving some live pings, trying to get the assist for his teammate. Sprinting up, finding Diabolical, though, not even the guy he's trying to track. I mean, a smart play from L1, though. Hey, guys, I'm being tracked, and then backs himself off straight into his teammate. If we look, we're going to see this Thunderbird rework coming into effect. It's a soft rework. It's still the same gadget, but they changed how it works just a little bit. He stepped into it once, and now he actually feels up to full onto it. It just takes a little while and heals over time. Halo of the Thunderbird is taken down. And if we look, these guys are getting ever so much closer. Now that the head holes are closed off, though, it makes it almost a free walk in here for FB. As he comes in, finds L1's head, gonna be getting aggressive, trying to get himself into Diabolical, takes him down. Now it's just Sincere dropping hatch, running through Piano, or Dining, trying to run away, and then there's Swing, who was playing the vertical this whole time, chasing him down. He's throwing his gadget as he drops right in front of him. A good round there for VoiD coming out. Locking it in. Let's say I knew Swing was downstairs somewhere, and then Sincere just landed on his shoulders pretty much. 4 new followers tonight. Thanks, Roller. Thanks, Magoo. Thanks, Truce. And thanks, Tavin. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for the support.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as
Alright, let's see the setup that they're bringing. Everybody running around like a bunch of madmen. But so far, everything's looking pretty normal. Looks like we are seeing a spawn peek down here from Diabolical. We're going to jump down to that as soon as the round starts. I don't see one really anywhere else coming. And Diabolical will actually give the spawn peek up. Again, I don't blame him. A game this close against a team like VoiD. Let's say you go for a spawn peek and it fails you. Suddenly, you just put yourself down against a team who can either, you know, lock in to win against Obey, which they haven't done yet, but I've got enough faith in these boys that they might be able to. Or you're throwing around against a team who, you know, that they can't make that differential back up. So that's the thing about VoiD. They're not. It's not inconsistency. They're consistently going to stay where they're at. But they get those, like, drives of passion to where they just become one of the best teams on the planet. Looking at Lick, he's dumping it in, taking Caleb down. Diabolical's fried. L1 trying to get a swing off here from that piano door in the bathroom. Lays a touch of damage, but not enough to really make it matter. Losing utility all around him, though. Trippin's taken down by Sincere. That's a nice pick in this basement. L1 being tracked. Lick goes for that swing off the track. He's got Disney right there. Triple kill for Lick on the round. Now it's just Sincere chilling down in basement. They need to hold the vertical. I mean, we're assuming Trippin made the call. We know Swing now is making this call of, hey guys, he's right here on me in basement. Swings up the 44 Vendetta, hitting him in the chest once, but Sincere survives it. Dropped down by Lick with a 4K on the round as he goes for that rotate, because he just wanted that kill. There's Lick absolutely locking it in. It's a battle between him and Disney right now. Both these dudes wanting to be the MVPs for their teams. I mean, if it's up to me, I'm gonna have to say it's gonna have to go to Lick. He's on the winning team, man. Wait for the stats to update in our stat decoder, and we'll talk about them. Alright, so stats are updated. Chat, it's going to come down to, do you want a guy who is 4-0 on entry, but on the losing team? Or do you want the guy who is 0-2 on entry, meaning he's died twice and hasn't got a single kill, but be, you know, up in the game? He's got a higher survivability, same survivability percentage. Actually a lower cost. I mean, Lick is losing this technically. Like, Disney is the better player here. Even though their stats are almost dead even, Disney actually, you know, having one less assist, but Disney is still the higher rated player.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
What could very well be the last game of the match here. Or last round of the match. VoiD kicks it off, kind of running in early. Trying to get everything open. We already had FP pop his drone because he wants to clear some of this utility. But nobody's in the building besides Super, who just came in, and then I guess Lick is, yeah, technically on those still, you know, trench stairs, or whatever you want to call it. But that's still not in building yet. Everybody droning on this VoiD team, because right now is the time to do it. You gotta get these drones in, get everything found. Swing being aggressive, walking through the front door. I was hoping he would have pushed that, man, because that would have been hilarious. To just see Swing walk right in the front door and maybe try to push through sight. Now, finally, we're going to see this vertical pull coming as Caleb goes for a little bit of a jump out with the C4, does not land it. Has himself in not a bad position, but a rough one here. Because Diabolical's in a spot to get a refrag, but does not pull it there as Caleb is taken down by Swing. Swing getting that dive in. Caught in one of the fenders. He has got to know where Diabolical's at. He cannot swing this blind. He swings this blind, it's going to cost him dearly. Disney was not able to even see Swing on that when he jumped in either. Hawk says type right, Hawk. Swing rotates himself over to Mez. He's bringing his drones up. They've got to clear Disney out. You know, Disney playing where he's at. I believe he got like a 3K or a 4K here last time he played it. And he will drop himself back towards the bathroom. Rotating his Fenris around. It's not often that you see Fenris get rotated in match. But Swing dives through the Fenrir anyway. He's blind, but because he has that tracker going, he's able to pick the kill up. L1 getting a refrag for his team. Putting it at least even live count. Trippin gets gunned down by L1 because of those live pings though. Now it's Effie trying to rush in. They still don't know that Diabolical's chilling in office, and Effie just walks right into him. You can hear probably the confusion in his voice of, what the heck, bro? Flashbang's hit, but it is a Warden. Warden shotgun missing twice. Effie finding it with his pistol, shooting his body. We have Lick coming up here now to try and take L1. L1 finding his triple kill on the match, though. Sincere did drop off the site. L1 is very, very low. Effie has got to make a hero play here. It looks like he will be dropping this hatch. However, Sincere is covering the hatch drop. And he will find Effie trying to bring his team back into this. It's now 5-6. Man, I thought that round was going to play out a little bit different. You know, if Effie would have caught L1 as L1 rotated, that could have gave him more of an advantage there. L1 just got, you know, some very, very good picks, keeping his team alive. And that's when he steps up, is in these late round games. I wish people would stop pinging at here in servers. Like, do you not understand? It pings everyone.
Attackers need
Bro, I've got nothing to do with your server.
bombs as they can. Attackers have located a bomb.
What the F? Yikes. Yeah. I don't know what you just seen, but definitely some yikes plays. Sincere, Caleb, L1, a bunch of guys are leaving. Asking for a rehost. Alright, chat, we're gonna take 5. Let them get the rehost done. Oh, back to this screen. Sincere teleported to his Scopos clone. It teleported him outside and he couldn't do anything. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it.
Access your chests on your plot. So just so
Let's see if you can send me the clip. Oh. Yeah, we're trying to pull that clip up, so that's gonna be hilarious. Hopefully, yeah, there's the big trip sending me the invite. Alright. And they're setting all that up. Good. Going back through, they're doing the round history, so it'll be a minute. I don't think Sincere's gonna send it to me. My phone's too dead to use Discord. Trying to get Sincere to go back and clip it. I want to watch him. It'd be a good thing to see. Chat, how's everybody's night? We're just gonna sit here and BOS. No, I know a bunch of you probably see this thing. The elephant in the room. This thing right here. Yep, you see it wiggling? Moving it on stream. That is because recently I've been picked up by 7 Days to do some casting for them. A little bit of... Oh. Be a little bit of PC casting. A little bit of a Siege casting. And hopefully, if we're lucky, we're going to actually get into Apex with them. Why Apex, you might say? because it's been one of my favorite games for a very long time. So it's just something I personally want to do. And they're working on trying to expand into that market. What's up, Swing? I just got back. What?
How's it going?
I'm tired.
What are your thoughts on the game so far?
My head has not been paying enough attention. Dude, I was up like since yesterday morning at like 7 a.m. I've been up since then. I was gonna go to bed, and then I seen Cena went live with the APAC or whatever.
You should probably not be up since 7 a.m. yesterday.
Yeah, he went live with the Oriental Elite stream that he was doing.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's a pro league from like over Asia, I believe.
Oh, that sounds lame.
It was actually kind of neat to watch. So I stayed up and watched that, and then I took like a 2-hour nap, and I'm still like half dead.
You should try sleeping more.
I plan to go to bed as soon as we end this.
That's probably fair.
What's up? Yeah. Who do you want to win?
I don't want to rehost. I want to play. I get this over with so I can go.
Honestly, I don't care which team wins this. These are both my boys. Love them both to death.
It's L1's fault. Or if this is wrong, it's L1's fault.
Whoever wins this is going to be one of our best feet going forwards in the Champions League. You know, the iron sharpens iron thing. And the way it's looking right now, VoiD is currently taking the lead. So let's jump back into the map. Or do you guys want to see the map transition? You guys want to see the map transition again? Alright. I decided to run that because we have a glitch right now. Where we're just stuck sitting here. Finally, now we're loading in. Okay, so this could be VoiD's taking this one to the last round and this thing for the night. However, if Monarchs pulls this one out, we then have to move into overtime. Overtime, winner of that one. We play on map 3. We're again it all ends because VoiD did pick map 1 early up in the night. Why do you be hating on Disney? That's my... Bro, I've been giving Disney props this whole time saying he is slamming people. It's just, VoiD has been battering this team. I mean, this map doesn't show it quite as much, but map 1 was definitely a lot more one-sided. But again, I don't care which team wins this. They're both my boys. They're both going to go on to represent us in D1. This is like a little in-house tourney between the two. Again, $100 on the line. I don't know if I'd want the D1 or the $100 more. I'd almost just want to win the $100 and say, okay, you go play D1 because I don't want to do it, and then just go win D2. Because whichever team loses this is probably going to go on to win D2. Let's pay some attention to Disney, see what he's planning up here. He's upstairs in the hallway. We got some Sinceres in the closet, guys. And then Diabolical's going to be the one holding this top mez. We do have some EMPs and some flashbangs trying to make some noise. Looks like Effie will clear Disney's shield immediately. And where's Sincere? He's still just chilling. Over in the library. He has one of his scope pistons sitting in closet. Lick takes a beautiful amount of damage off a C4. I mean, beautiful if you're rooting for Monarchs, that is. Because that almost killed him. L1 leaving the game. I don't know why. We have Diabolical just sitting here chilling. Don't know why he's resetting, but Sincere eats a ton of damage and decides to hit that rotate off. Swing taking Diabolical down. However, it's a double pick in the favor of Disney and Caleb. FP finding Disney, though, on a refrag. 2v3 situation down in sight. Sincere watching the window up above himself in Games Room. Envy Caleb trying to watch this blue stairs walk down. Instead, he's going to rotate himself up, trying to find a attacker who's not paying attention. Does get a good pick there on a superset. Eats a little bit of damage for it. Finds another one onto FB. Eats a little bit of damage for it. Decides to go, hey, I need to finish off my kills. We're going to Trippin taking Sincere down. Triple kill for Caleb on this round. And then Caleb versus Sincere. Caleb versus Trippin now. Determines so much with this just one play. It's all coming down to Trippin. The IGL, or I don't know if he's IGLing it anymore. But the captain of VoiD being what could be what sends them on their way. And Caleb shuts him down. Putting us into overtime now. A lot of pressure right there on Trippin's shoulders. We open up Discord. And now we got L1 back in. Dude, he's been having a pretty decent game, is that Jaeger. Yeah, as soon as he got on to play Yeg, he's been doing so much better. Let's look. It's going to be a downstairs hold. With, of course, the upstairs, you know, normal rotations and holds above it. Interesting to see him. Hoping maybe they get a more aggressive hold here. Because, don't get me wrong, VoiD can handle aggression. But when you had Disney dropping over 10 kills in the last one, you know, just a lot of them without answer, it'd be good to see that, you know, kind of aggression hit again. I'm just hoping that rehost didn't slow either of these teams down. Although for Caleb, it definitely picked him up as he hit a 4K on that last round. A 4K clutch, what I add. Goes for a jump out, a little aggressive, a little dumb, but hey, it don't matter much, man. If you're trying to make a play and it works, it's a play made. It's a TikTok clip hit, they would say. Swing trying to get Sincere. I think that's Sincere down there. No, that's Disney. Trying to get Disney baited into a swing here. Sincere now also coming over. Neither one of these guys actually want to swing him, though. Lick trying to come down this west main. He's already got control of it. Trippin coming up through Car Garage, following right behind FB. Superstar, you know, locking down their rotates, making sure no one come up from behind. And Sincere is taken down. First pick goes in the favor of Lick. They still have Disney chilling behind that water heater, though. Trying to clear him out is going to be a pain because of all that utility. I mean, look at that. 3 ADSs. There's no swinging him. Where all he swings going to, he pushes up, EMP going down. They're going to try and clear out all this utility and then maybe Ash charge him. The shield now gone. Grenades rolling in, cleared all that utility out. That whole stack up in water heater suddenly fails them. Disney being swung on by Effie. Effie picking a good kill up there for his boys, putting them up by 2 bodies. Now Swing finding L1. Envy Caleb hitting the Nitro. He's still up above. He's not even down in yet. Diabolical taken down. It's not just Caleb last alive. Seems like Super's the only one who worried about him, though, as Caleb gets that nice shoddy kill down, well, downing him. And now Caleb can play this vertical the way he wants to. Super leaves. Swing gets a headshot onto Caleb. Good kill there from Swing. Just to try and close that round out. Again, sudden death territory. Monarchs need to win these next two just to try and see a map 3. VoiD just needs to close out this one, and they can end the night, become $100 richer, and guarantee a D1 position. Yeah, bro, saving your KD is wild, by the way, Super. I seen you leave so you didn't get killed. I seen that. Don't think I didn't. What's the audio quality like, chat? I just redid some of the settings on this Blue Yeti. Hoping it all sounds good. It's supposed to, you know, not pick up a bunch of the noise like it was before. And then with me moving my headset, it should be better now. Any day now, these guys are gonna load in. This is gonna be the longest last 5 or 4 rounds I think I've ever played. Godly says, yeah, VoiD got it. They gotta lock it in. They've given up a couple rounds.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs
I didn't pause. I don't know how to say your name, besides I didn't pause, I'm not host. That's whoever's hosting. I'm just here to cast. Like, I mean, I'm doing all the PC stuff. Like, wait, hold on. 20,000 DPI. Wee! Wee! Now, yeah, I usually don't host lobbies because as I swap back and forth between console and PC, I lose all my settings. Literally every time I swap it, I lose the settings. So I almost never host. I've honestly been debating starting to cast again from the console and not the PC. Because if I go from the console, it's less stress on the PC. I can have better effects and better, you know, audio quality and stuff. As well as actually have a functioning face cam. Because right now, anytime I try to face cam it, my software that I use crashes. Why? Because I've got a 3060 that's blown out. So if I just start casting it from the console through my Elgato, I might be better off as Super gets taken down with that first pick from Diabolical there. Blue hallway, rush in. This man is just gunning and running. It sucks to lose that Aruni DMR this early on. Looking upstairs, we have Caleb playing his normal office balcony and Disney coming up these blue stairs. Him and L1 now kind of double stacking up. These attackers got to get a little bit aggressive here. Make some push in. Sincere missed drones. Does not see the guy standing right on his window. That's always Swing getting one pick. Eating a lot of damage. Taken down as he goes to rotate off. He honestly could have maybe got another one out there. Had Sincere, you know, not hit all of his shots. Lick taken down by Diabolical though. Diabolical's trying to play below off these live pings. And Ephi is gunned down by Caleb as he's forced to rotate by Diabolical. Now it's just Trippin left in a 1v4 situation. Chat, it is all to play for right here. You know, Monarchs wins this. They just got to keep one more round and then they can see map 2. VoiD, they're trying to end things out a little bit early. Diabolical taken down by Trippin there. Again, the leader of this team has to be the one to lock it in to win this. It's almost like fate is crying foul here. Sincere will gun Trippin down and then shoot the body a little bit. Timeout now requested by the orange team for the final round. can't talk much about what's going on because I don't have my stats anymore. With the reset, stats are gone. Oh hey, Triway and Genesis are now coming back into OG. Nice. I'm being added in SSL. Dean, lock in my twins. Oh, Jeff said, anybody want to scrim? I'll scrim you, Jeff. But finally now we're locking back into this match. Always Swing put himself back into that Deimos position. I mean, it's been working amazing for him. We need Super, though, to come back into this match. You know, it seems like that rehost might have messed his mental up just a little bit. And Caleb is just becoming man of the year down here at 6-1, being one of the leading reasons his team is still competitive to this event. VoiD electing at first to drop the hard breach. Thank God. Okay, I was about to say, they better not fully drop the hard breach, but no, Super Set will be the one to rotate onto it. Getting rid of that flank watch. Looks like, too, they're going to have Swing come off the Deimos. I'm not saying I like that play. We've seen how good Swing was doing as Deimos earlier on. For him to hit that rotate off of there? I don't know, chat. Seems like it might be a bit of a, could be a bad decision here. Let's flip through. Do we see any spawn peaks? No. However, we see all these attackers prepping and hiding from one. Lick's already going deep into sight here. Hits the first opening pick there onto Caleb off a nice sneak in. However, Disney's there for the refrag, picking him off. Good pick there from Lick, but he just had to stay alive. You know, you can't be giving up your body that early on. Especially when you have the fragger potential that Lick has on VoiD. You know, your life matters to this team. However, Super will find his first pick after the rehost, downing Sincere. Which, you know, that's exactly what this team needs right now. Swing trying to get aggressive over here onto L1. L1, who's now just chilling bar stock. Probably a good idea. Decide not to keep trying to swing onto Mr. Always Swing. Let's see, Swing now. He's trying to hit the guy off mez. He's hoping someone tries to come at him. Looking up, that's only Diabolical up there. Disney's is standing up there. Disney's the one holding the rotate down, making sure they can't move across. Flashbanging Disney out of position, though. Which really just kind of sets Super up to hold himself a little bit better. Diabolical's taken down. Disney getting the refrag onto FV. Always Swing finding L1. It's now Disney left in a 1v3 for it all. Can the top fragger of this Monarchs team keep his team locked into this? Or will the overpowering of the good gun skill of Swing, the IGL captainness of Trippin keep this team alive? Disney up to a triple kill. Holy crap, we're just going to add more to the storyline because it'll be an ace clutch if he wins this. Rotating himself through Wine Cellar, coming up now into the main kitchen area. They've got Trippin holding the fireplace. They got Swing holding the bar. Trippin just in a little bit of an odd position there. Disney almost getting the upper hand, missing those drones. Swing almost loses his head. Trippin gonna be setting up for a wide swing on him. Always Swing eating some damage. The Goyo's traps are now being used against him. The sixth man coming into play here. Quad kill up for Disney now. Can he get the ace, chat? It is just Always Swing left alive. 12 seconds left. He's got to swing in quick and get this kill before time. But no, Always Swing. The fragger for VoiD will keep his team in this after losing the IGL and the new guy is Super. Monarchs just being overpowered for this second map. And that means, ladies and gentlemen, VoiD will maintain that D1 spot and win the $100 prize pool. That's going to be all from me tonight. Let's see if any of these guys are in game chat and want to talk after, though. Yo, Swing, you here? Anybody? Anyone? No. Nobody? Nobody. Hey, Sincere. Any word to the listeners at home? Chad, I don't think he's gonna talk. Anybody? Anybody here? We just go at Swing. And Trippin's already messaging me. Oh, Genesis just took down PWP in Lunar League. Yo, Swing, you here?
Yeah, what's good?
Yo, any messages to the ladies and gentlemen at home?
I'm better. I'm good. $40 in my pocket, baby.
Trippin give you his, I think.
Trippin gave me his.
Trippin's a good dude.
Whoever did the best got got his share, and I dropped like 40 kills. So I don't care.
I mean, yeah, you went absolutely off. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna wrap the stream up.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
See ya,
Swing.
goat. See ya, goat.
Thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. Good night. Love y'all. VoiD, congratulations on winning that $100. Congratulations on keeping that D1 spot. Monarchs, y'all got next season to take it. Win D2 now. I think that should hopefully guarantee you a good spot in D1. Just keep winning out, ladies and gentlemen.